People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Now for something completely different.
Smoke
medical
weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and that's it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
How the hell are you? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. I have been up since 2:50 a.m. and I will get to that. So if today's show is a little off the wall, a little crazy, that's why. But before we get into all of that, I want to let you know that you can always call me at 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, if this is your first time listening to my show, hi, my name's Ryan Hoppe, and I am the host of this award-winning, nationally syndicated radio show. It is a circus. You never know what we might talk about. I just had my mom in town for 10 days, and it was the best 10 days, but also the most exhausting 10 days of my life. It was also a reminder why I never want kids and why I got a vasectomy. Now, there's some people out there that are going, what the hell? You sound young. Why'd you get a vasectomy? At age 28, I got a vasectomy, and it was the best choice ever. I don't want kids. I'm not comparing my mom to a kid, but I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that I have not lived with somebody in 2 years, and the idea of having to care about another person's feelings, the 25% narcissism in me, because I'm an only child and I have ADHD, and we'll get to a headline later that says that you are more likely to be a narcissist if you have ADD, and this just in, I have ADD. But my mom would be like, I'm bored, let's do something. And I'm used to just laying down, listening to old Howard Stern and just getting ready for the next day's show. A little bit of an adjustment.
Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Yeah, that's my vasectomy drop. You love these AI drops I made? I don't feel like paying $300 for voiceover when I can just have AI do it. And honestly, we live in an AI generation. I asked somebody that I used to work with who's immensely talented. I don't want to say who it was. I asked him, hey, would you want to make a few drops for Hoppe Hour? Just saying, why not? I worked with the guy. He's pretty cool. And he's like, yeah, that'll be $150. And I was like, yeah, you're really talented. I really want to have your voice on my show. But I'm just telling you, I'm not paying $150 when I could pay $0 for this. Right here.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour.
Yeah.
Guess who wins? We will let you decide.
Okay.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Very proud of that one. When my mom was in town, we went out to eat a lot, but not as much as in previous times. The last few times, I'll gain 5 pounds after she's in town, and then I have to work really hard to lose weight. But I know a lot of my listeners are older, but you're gonna feel kind of in a mood to laugh at me when I say this, but I feel old at 30, about to be 31 in about 27 days. I can't believe the last year has flown by. And it's a lot harder to lose weight now. Back when I was 22, I could eat 4 McDoubles and it would be $4, good old 2012 days. I don't miss those days because now I actually eat better because I can't pay $25 for 4 burgers at McDonald's. But I'm saying back 12 years ago when I was 18, 19, I would eat and then swim and I would be ripped. Now if I eat, I'm sick all day if I eat bad food. For example, last night, So we went to Portillo's. So during the break, we went to Umami Sushi in St. Pete, and then we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I got a porterhouse. And then I went to Portillo's last night. And Portillo's is a dangerous game because of all the carbs and fat, which is an Italian beef sandwich with a lot of meat. And I had that, and then I had jumbo cheese sauce with large fries and a large vanilla shake. And I think that was the great equalizer. I think that's what was wrong with my decision making. Everything else I got was fine. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my mom left this morning at about 5 a.m. and I was up at 2:50, and I don't get scatological on this show. And I actually find poop humor to be repulsive. I think you are an idiot if you think it's funny. I'm just being honest. It's very lowbrow. But man, I was on an escapade for an hour. I thought when I was finally done, there could be no more. You get the point. It was disgusting. And you ever have that where you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? Sometimes if I do the keto diet, I'll have that. But if I'm doing the keto diet and then I got to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I feel energetic, like I want to conquer the world. After pooping my brains out because I had chicken wings for dinner. But last night, because it was all the greasy food, right now it is 10:46 a.m. and I'm recording the show and I feel disgusting. I used to call it a food over. That was a term people used in Cleveland when you would drink a lot and then eat a lot before bed and you would get a stomach ache. But it's without the alcohol. I feel hideous right now. But it was so worth the 5 minutes of eating. I thought about that when I ate the food so fast last night. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be sick tonight. So I kind of manifested it. But I was like, at least I really enjoyed the food. My mom is basically a white girl. Well, she is. She's a 67-year-old white girl. But she's basically a basic white girl, like a 29-year-old in a 67-year-old's body. Why? She loves her iPhone. She's on that iPhone all day long. She also loves Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift can do no wrong. She also loves to watch CNN because she was at my apartment, and it's pretty small, and I woke up to the news of the Russian prisoner swap, which should have been done a year ago with the guy included, or Brittany Griner should have been released now. But I woke up to that, and I came home, and she was watching 90 Day Fiancé and John Mulaney. This is my mom, who used to be Roman Catholic, who would only watch, like, the edgiest thing would be Seinfeld, and then she's watching 90 Day Fiancé. I'm like, when the hell did you become a basic white girl? Oh, and she drinks coffee all day. And she's voting for Kamala Harris. I guess I've been saying the name wrong. I guess it's Kamala Harris or something. I'm going to say whatever I want because me and my mom actually went to the DMV. And I did not register the vote. I don't want my address out there, number one. And number two, I'm not voting for Side Chick 2024 and old guy who's only a year older than her. Normally, I would find Kamala to be quite attractive because I love older women, but I find her to be a repulsive, see you next Tuesday. Not a fan. Heard a clip this morning on the Bob and Brian radio show out of Milwaukee, a show I've been listening to for almost 2 decades. They're legends in Wisconsin. That sounds like an insult, but they're legends. And they were playing a clip of her saying how she gets a power trip from prosecuting people. And I'm like, yeah, probably not who we want as president. Not saying I like Trump, because I don't. And I think J.D. Vance has a small penis and is probably annoying to be around. But I can't stand Kamala Harris. And my mom loves her. My mom thinks she can do no wrong. All those family pictures, they're not staged. That's a real family. And that husband who cheated on his wife, oh, they're not in an open relationship. I look at those 2 maniacs known as Kamala and her cuck of a husband, and I go, you guys just seem like you watch each other have sex with other people.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Okay, boomer.
I love this drop. Okay, boomer. If this is your first time listening to the show, I love critiquing boomers because they're the dumbest generation ever. Millennials and Gen Z are worse, even though you gave birth to us. Bunch of out-of-touch phonies. Okay, boomer. So I play that a lot. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Honestly, I should change my number to 856. Okay, boomer. I piss off family members when I talk about that generation. I go, you know what? You shouldn't have ruined everything and left us with a bunch of crap. Okay, boomer. All right, enough of that. On this show, I play music. If you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward 3 minutes and 56 seconds. I noticed that 50% of my audience listens to the music and 50% doesn't. Here is LEP Bogus Boys with Chicago.
Yeah, tell me what you know about the middle of the map. Gangsters in them all black, white socks, fitted caps. Posted on the block, 30-shot clip hanging. This ain't a rap trend, shot town, been bang. Shootouts every night, they complaining that they can't sleep. It's a church and a liquor store all on the same street. Rain, sleet, snow, man. I'ma hustle cocaine, all sales final. I'm a product of this dope game. Shorters got no aim, bullets got no name. Cluckers dancing in a line like they on Soul Train. We don't care about blue lights, come take a picture. Still tipping, that's the day of
Chicago, nigga, this the city of the wind. Niggas on the corner trying to win. Chicago, nigga, stay hustling the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. You see them blue lights in the air, cameras everywhere. We don't give a fuck, we still tipping. Chicago, nigga, where they hustle in the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. Chicago, nigga.
These cops crooked in Chicago. Daily took them out them Crown Vics and bought them Tahoes. In traffic, I don't panic when I see them police lights. I got them pigs in my pockets like Jody Weiss. Hustling that white snow, temperature is ice cold. My workers serving with them cameras on the light pole. Gangster disciples, Blackstones, BBs. The biggest street gang is the CPD. The sleeve on my triple goose smell like gunpowder. Hawk blowing like a car horn stuck in rush hour. Yeah, the Swiss cheese you drive a side door. This how it is, this how we live in
Chicago, nigga, this the city of the wind. Niggas on the corner trying to win. Chicago, nigga, stay hustling the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. You see them blue lights in the air, cameras everywhere. We don't give a fuck, we still tipping. Chicago, nigga, where they hustle in the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. Chicago, nigga.
The land of the players and a home to all the gangsters. Where you better pick a side if you plan to make it. And when you ride through the shag, keep that head straightened. Before they find you tied up in that pitch black basement. Cameras on the pole, flicking pictures, niggas still pitching. Got the block, jalapeno hot, but it's still tipping. Slickers flipping on me, trying to plan they itchy on me. Cause they ran my government name and got the history on me. You know we gang bang in Chicago, even though the structure done changed in Chicago. That wind blowing in Chicago, and when I'm out of town, I let them know I'm from Chicago,
nigga. This the city of the wind. Niggas on the corner trying to win. Chicago, nigga, stay hustling the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. You see them blue lights in the air, cameras everywhere. We don't give a fuck, we still tipping. Chicago, nigga, where they hustle in the snow. Niggas even hustle in the snow. Chicago, nigga.
Okay, boomer. Oh yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Mitra 9. Kava and kratom. When I tell you that they are the best kava and kratom around, I am a man of my words. Are you looking for an alternative to alcohol? Mitra 9's the place to be. mitra-9.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, HOPPE, to save 20%. All right, we're going to come back on Hoppe Hour, and we're going to continue this party. After this.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
If a Chicago accent and Florida man went on a wild weekend and ended up with a kid, it would be Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe. Tune in for the chaos.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. We have so much to get into. So let's talk about it right now on Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
Angelina Jolie accuses Brad Pitt of attempting to, quote, silence her with an NDA.
Hell yeah, that's a baller move. We've heard stories about guys like Jack Harlow that have an NDA with girls that they hook up with, and I'm sure players like LeBron that have been, attached to a bunch of influencers that he claims he hasn't hooked up with. A lot of famous people have NDAs.
The actress and actor who split in 2016 remain on opposite sides when it comes to their once shared winery, Chateau Miraval.
The undiscussed thing is that Angelina Jolie and that whole relationship began as her as a side chick to when he was with Jennifer Aniston and they made that average movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Compared to movies that are made now, that was an Oscar-winning movie. It was not a bad movie. But he cheated on Jennifer Aniston with her. So you're telling me a relationship with a side chick didn't work? Holy Giselle Bundchen.
The former couple purchased the French estate together in 2008, but have been at odds over the property since 2022.
Is it ever going to end? Also, by the way, I want to tell you, when they bought the house in 2008, I bet it went up in price since then. A lot has happened in the past 16 years.
When Brad sued Angelina for allegedly selling her stake in the winery without his consent.
I love steak.
Now, 2 years later, the civil suit, as well as a separate custody battle between the parents of 6, carry on, with lawyers for the Eternals actress submitting new court documents in the Chateau Miraval case August 1st. In their latest filing, obtained by E! News August 2nd, Jolie's team supports her previous motion to have Pitt turn over his records involving a 2016 plane incident, during which, Angelina alleged in a 2022 court filing, Brad choked one of their 6 children. The motion was previously called a, quote, sensation.
Yeah, they adopted way too many kids. 6 kids. Oh, my goodness. And they all come from different parents. They're all kind of messed up.
Previously called a, quote, sensationalist fishing expedition by Pitt's attorneys.
It makes me wonder because a lot of times when a man dumps a woman, the woman gets all jaded and tries to ruin the reputation of the man. Not that I've ever been through that. What I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at the gallery, is what if it's like 100% Brad's done none of this and Angelina is just a sociopathic person who lies? She doesn't give off good vibes.
Filing obtained by E! News July 17th. However, Jolie's legal team said she is simply defending herself from Pitt's baseless allegations.
Bunch of he said, she said. What's that saying? There's her side, his side, or whatever gender. If it was a gay couple, it'd be his side, and the truth. I bet they're guilty on both sides. She seems like when you're having an argument with Angelina Jolie, that argument's just not going away. Like when you think the argument's finally done, then she brings up something from 6 months prior, and you're like, oh my God, no wonder you and your dad don't get along. You don't shut up.
E! News has reached out to Pitt's team, who is not commenting.
Yeah, I wouldn't comment either. I would just silence her. That's the best way, by the way, gentlemen out there. A lot of guys simp over women. Like, please, love me, love me, love me. Love's a drug. It's fake. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nothing is better than just silencing the ex by just not responding. The women, because of their estrogen and their emotions and their periods, they always have to make it about them. And if you are just stoic and you cry yourself to sleep, it's okay to be sad. I've cried over breakups. But when you never address it publicly, you shut it up. And that's why Brat is a genius. A lot of other men feel like they must reply, like the ex-husband of Sofia Vergara. But no, Brad Pitt's like, no, bitch, I'm going to shut you up with this NDA. And if you don't like it, I'm not going to respond. What a genius. 856-49-HOPPY.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Oh, Serena Williams, you pretentious moron.
Serena Williams is serving up a social media smackdown against a luxury Parisian hotel.
Get what they did there? Because she played tennis? A smackdown.
The 42-year-old is accusing the Peninsula Paris of allegedly denying her and her kids, Olympia and Adira, access to dine while they're in France for the 2024 Olympic Games.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I want to tell you right now.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, shut up, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
My goodness, or not Angelina Jolie, Serena Williams. I'm getting my annoying women mixed up. Here's what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They didn't have any room for her. There were people with reservations. And she walks in and is like, oh my God, do you know I was the host of the ESPYs? That should mean I should get anything I want. She seems insufferable. You don't look at Serena Williams and go, oh my God, that's the girl I want to hang out with. And her husband seems like he is whipped to the fullest, might I add. They don't give off good vibes. She's like, I'm just happy to be here. No one knew who I was before I slept with her.
The tennis legend takes to Twitter, airing her frustration, posting
What a Karen move. Go to Twitter. Ugh.
a photo of the sign for the luxury hotel on August 5th, writing, quote, yikes, Peninsula Paris. I've been denied access to rooftop to eat in an empty restaurant of nicer places.
Oh, that's what the rich always have to do when they get mad at the business. I've been to nicer places. Then go to a nicer place and shut up.
But never with my kids. She adds, quote, always a first, Olympics 2024. The Peninsula later responds on the social media website, writing, quote, unfortunately, our rooftop bar was indeed fully booked, and the only unoccupied tables you saw belonged to our gourmet restaurant, Luceau Blanc, which was...
And you know, the waiters and waitresses, or whatever the hell you identify as, you know that they were like, yeah, she wouldn't have tipped either. She seems like she would be a horrendous tipper. You don't look at Serena Williams and go, that's a generous person. She's a bitch.
Fully reserved. Additionally, a rep for the Peninsula Paris releases a statement to E! News in response to Serena's claims, noting the company has, quote, the utmost admiration and respect for the Olympian. The
kiss her ass a little bit. She just made your company look awful. Oh, let's kiss her ass. What the hell's wrong with you? I'd be like, shut up, bitch.
Statement says we can only reiterate our deepest apologies for her perception of tonight's situation.
Her whole life is a perception. You know what I'm saying? There's not many things you've heard good about her. You don't go, Serena Williams, what a humble woman that is. That's my whipping sound effect for the husband. It's better with a video. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the UK or you live in the US. As long as you're listening to this show, that's all that matters. And shout out to the repairman at my apartment who keep my place very nice and listen to this show. I appreciate you, gentlemen. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour. After this, do not touch that radio dial or that device, however the hell you're listening. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Okay, boomer. Yeah. If you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward 4 minutes and 26 seconds. But this next song, I dedicate to the alleged Delta 8 I smoked this morning. Here is Rich Hill and Kid Cudi, Trippy. We'll be right back. The song is 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So if you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward.
Just tripping on the love I had yesterday.
Oh, sure.
The time passes by me.
Day by day. Oh, yeah. And that was Trippy by Kid Cudi and Rich Hill. Let's get a little chill right now. This following segment has been brought to you by counselingoncall.net. Mental health is a serious problem, especially in America. And do you need to get checked out? I know, yes, you person listening to my show, I know you're a good-looking person, so you get checked out all the time. But I meant mentally. Go to counselingoncall.net. And you can sign up to get a therapist. I speak to mine. His name is Jay. I've been speaking to him since November 2021 because I'm bipolar 1 and I have ADHD. So I'm crazy. You never know what I'm going to say. It makes for really good radio, but it's very tiring being in my brain. I will manifest problems before problems exist. And then when problems exist, I go, couldn't I have enjoyed the free time of no problems? But when I speak to my therapist from counselingoncall.net, I feel like a better man. So here's how this works, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery. When you go to counselingoncall.net and you tell them that you heard about it from Hoppe Hour, they will hook you up with a great deal. The economy's bad. Your girl might be driving you nuts. Whatever the hell you need to talk about. When you go to counselingoncall.net and you get a therapist, your problems may not be solved, but you'll be less anxious, and your mental health will be at the top of its game. Before we come back from break, I want to play a little bit of Late Night Drive by Handbook. Oh, that's right. What happens? Makes sense. You said that already. What happens? It's too late. No. I bet when they made this song back in 2015, Handbook's like not predicting that Hoppe Hour would be talking over it like a hip hop song. All right, enough of that. If you're driving, you're probably trying not to crash because I just relaxed you a lot. All right, we're going to come back on Hoppe Hour, and we're going to get right into it. After this,
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
He is heavily medicated, always high, allegedly, and caffeinated on energy drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. All right, let's get back into the content only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
This next headline is amazing.
When you go into politics, you have to be ready for every piece of dirty laundry from your past to resurface. And that's the case for Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff. He's admitting there were tough times in his first marriage after a report claimed he cheated on his first wife with his daughter's teacher.
Why are the rich and elite always just a bunch of sluts?
Jim Murray explains.
I mean, look at who you married. I would expect you to be a slut.
Second gentleman Doug Emhoff is facing intense scrutiny today for an affair he had back in 2009.
If any of the Republicans, listen, I think Kamala, whatever her dumb name is, I think she's a dumb side chick who earned nothing, and democracy is screwed because we didn't even vote her in. We got screwed. A bait and switch, I tell you. But anybody on the right that's critiquing, like, I'll say she's a side chick because I want it to be known that she didn't earn it. But I don't critique it all day. The right tries to say, oh, she doesn't have morals in that. Your hero slept with a porn star that's not even attractive while his wife was pregnant. Don't be throwing stones from glass houses. The Bible's fake, by the way.
When he was married to his first wife, Kirsten. Emhoff and his first wife were living here in Los Angeles with their 2 children, Ella and Cole, when the affair began. The other woman was a teacher here at the Emhoff Children's private elementary school. She was 10 years younger than Emhoff.
Hell yeah, that's how boomers do it. They don't like being around women their own age, so they love to sleep with younger girls because they want to think that they're going to live forever.
Okay, boomer. And he admits it cost him his marriage. During my first marriage, Kirsten and I went through some tough times on account of my actions.
Yeah, I bet it didn't feel so tough when she wasn't using teeth. I bet during the moment you're banging her in the classroom, you're not like, oh, this is so tough. It's just tough because you got caught, you dirtbag. I wonder if when Kamala became VP and he's like, oh man, if she becomes president, everyone's going to find out.
Emhoff said in a statement, I took responsibility, and in the years since, we worked through things as a family and have come out stronger on the other side.
I love how much of a narcissist he sounds. He like cheats on his wife with the teacher, and then he's like, we worked on it as a family. You're the reason it happened. It wasn't like you were diagnosed with cancer. This was preventable.
The teacher, Najan Naylor, moved to New York and now works as a senior executive at Audible.com.
Oh, I bet Audible loves that ringing endorsement. By the way, she's not bad looking. She looks like a Taylor Swift fan. Like, just like not like that high, but not ugly. She looks like a Becky, like someone who would be from St. Louis named Becky. She has side chick eyes and side chick look. You know what that means? Like, you notice that like a side chick is usually never prettier than the wife, unless the wife's really ugly. If the wife is beautiful, the side chick is less pretty because she's freakier and loves the fact that she's getting laid because nobody else wants to bang her. Well, when the wife is ugly, the man goes to better looking women because he can't stand it. This woman is like, she just looks like trouble.
She lives in this converted barn in the Hamptons.
I love how Inside Edition just shows where she lives. They have no respect.
The affair was uncovered by right-wing conspiracy theorist Mark Mendlowitz.
Oh, the one thing you were correct about. This guy has no look in his eyes. Right-wing conspiracy artists are the most tiring thing to be around. Yes, there are a lot of conspiracies on this planet, but not everything is a conspiracy. You're tiring to be around, and your wife cheats on you. You're at home going, oh my God, the election was rigged. And she's in the other part of town.
Why is it important, do you believe, that this story be made public?
I feel like the American corporate media has been very unfair.
Yeah.
They cover every controversy involving Donald Trump.
Good point.
But I feel like they cover up controversies involving Democrats.
Very true. You don't hear Jimmy Kimmel making jokes about this. This is what's so annoying about Republican conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones. Like, there's a lot of things that they said that were correct. They talked about Pedophile Island. He predicted 9/11. Like, there's a lot of things conspiracy theorists get right. But it's like the bear that crept, or the boy that cried wolf, not the bear that crept in the woods. What am I talking about? I'm hyper today. Been up since 2 a.m. Did I tell you that? I did earlier. Here's the thing. Literally, it's a boy who cried wolf. You can be incorrect so many times, but we know there's some truth to it. It's not all false.
Mendlowitz, whose social media is filled with anti-Kamala Harris posts and conspiracy theories about
I bet he hasn't been laid since 92, and he probably was soft as hell.
The 2020 election, claims the teacher got pregnant with Emhoff's baby.
That's how it rolls. I don't know why guys complete the task of having sex. Like, yeah, it's the most gloriful feeling ever. To finish inside, it's great, whatever. It's not worth it. It's so gloryful in the moment. And then afterwards, you're wondering if she's pregnant for 30 days. Got to pull out, gentlemen. Mm-hmm.
You heard that she had become pregnant?
I did hear she became pregnant.
And what did you hear beyond that?
What?
That's where the dead end seemed to be.
And that's where I'm going to come up with a bunch of wild ideas because I'm a boring person. And politics is all I have.
None of the, half dozen people I talked to ever knew whether she had had a child or not.
She probably didn't, bro. That's the conspiracy theorist in people. Like, they want to find more. What if she has a child who she gave up and is now living in Spain under another name? Like, not everything's that interesting. I think we went to the moon. I don't think there's much to JFK shoot. I don't think it's that interesting. I think if we really thought about how uninteresting life is, we'd be bored by it. Blah, 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 blah. No, not everything is a conspiracy, bruh.
I spoke to 2 sources who knew the teacher during her affair with Doug Emhoff, and they confirmed she did become pregnant, but they say she suffered a miscarriage.
Oh, I bet, what's his name? Even though it came out, I bet Doug Emhoff, the husband of Kamala Harris, side chick. Someone who cheated on their wife marries a side chick? No, that would never happen. I bet he was like cheering. I bet he popped champagne when she had that miscarriage. He's like, woohoo! Man. Some guys like, Dan Marino, don't get lucky. Mm-hmm. That's a very 2006 reference. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Since I got a little naughty on this segment, I'm just going to keep talking and not play a song. And a lot of my boomer listeners are probably glad because they don't like when I play hip-hop and the millennials do. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk longer, and then this won't be on the radio, so this is going to be naughtier because I do the 10-minute segments for podcast radio where we're heard in 7 cities. And I keep it clean for the radio, but for this segment, we're getting a little raunchy.
Okay, boomer.
Okay. What the hell is going on with Jessica Simpson? 2008 called.
Jessica Simpson is setting the record straight for any doubters of her sobriety. The fashion...
If you're having to prove people wrong about your sobriety, you're probably drinking a lot. All these celebrities, they spend their day, we're clapping back at the haters. I met a few listeners out and about. I'm not famous, but I had a guy that said a bunch of annoying things to me about my past, and I just shook his hand and said, bye-bye, have a good day. If you don't reply to the haters, they don't reply back because they're bored, because they don't give you the response you want. But when you're Jessica Simpson and you're replying to people about your probable drinking habits, it's probably because it's true. You got a guilty conscience.
Jessica Simpson is setting the record straight for any doubters of her sobriety. The fashion mogul shut down speculation about her health in the comments of an Instagram post on Monday. Jessica had shared a tribute post for her son Ace, but someone replied with an unrelated message, "Stop drinking." She kindly clapped back in a reply of her own.
I told you they'd use the word clap back. It's not the first time she had to clap.
Sharing that she hasn't had a drink in more than 6 years.
Oh, good for you.
Jessica wrote, "I haven't wanted or touched alcohol since October 2017.
Well, maybe it's true then, because a lot of times when there's the exact date, they're like fiending for a drink. And that comment made her want to drink too.
And it has been the best decision I've made for myself and for my family. Thank you for your concern, but you have me very misunderstood. Sending love your way."
Jessica, you can send love to me anytime. I've always found you so attractive. 856-49-HOPPY. Speaking of being sober, what the hell's going on with Machine Gun Kelly?
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Before I get to this headline, I met Machine Gun Kelly 10 years ago when I worked for a Cleveland radio show, and let me tell you, he really got Hollywood over the last 10 years. He was just a Cleveland boy. Mm-hmm. And then he started dating Megan Fox, and he's all about witchcraft and putting paint on his nails. What the hell's wrong with you? It doesn't bother me. It bothers a lot of manly men. But Hollywood really makes people weird. I hung out with him for an hour. He was a cool dude. Awesome. Reeked the weed. And this is back in 2014 where when you smelled like weed, it was kind of like taboo. Now it's like, whatever. It's an average Tuesday, especially in Ohio.
I'm completely sober from everything. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank since last August.
Sounds like you drank last night, bud.
Machine Gun Kelly reveals that he's been sober for nearly 1 year after a brief stint in rehab.
Yeah.
MGK, whose real name is Colson Baker, is opening up about his sobriety journey during an episode of the Dumb Blonde podcast on August 5th.
It's the Dumb Blonde podcast with Bunny XO. The girl who showed her butthole and now she's famous and married a jelly roll. Who looks like a human butthole.
So let's talk about mental health and sobriety. Where's your sobriety journey now?
I'm completely sober from everything. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't drank since last August.
Nice.
The 34-year-old reveals that following his 2023 European tour, he went to rehab without many outside his closest circle even knowing.
Yeah, that's when you want to keep it quiet because you know someone in your circle is going to tell TMZ. What a smart decision that is.
I get mad at sobriety a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that is like I'm still in that phase of, you know, I didn't.
I wonder if he's California sober where he still smokes marijuana because he reeked the weed when I met him. Like he reeked. There's a difference between smelling like weed and then reeking. He reeked.
Mm-hmm. Tell anybody outside of, you know, the closest to me, but I went to rehab right when we got off the European tour last year.
Got it.
That was my first time I ever went to rehab.
Makes sense.
And man, they just gave me so many ways to operate the body and show where this like anger is coming from and methods to quell it. And
quell, that's a big word from the Wild Boy. That was a good song. So weird how he transitioned into trying to be Kurt Cobain. Remember in high school, we used to smoke marijuana, allegedly, to I'm a wild boy with Waka Flocka. If you would have told me 12 years later he'd have jet black hair, would be painting his nails, or actually he didn't really have jet black hair, but just wacky hair, and be painting his nails and dating Megan Fox, I would have not believed you.
I met with a lot of psychiatrists, some who gave up on me, and many therapists who did the same.
All right, you're putting me to sleep, man. I have that saying on my show. If I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to move on. Hulu. Users say the $7.99 streaming app that the users that pay $7.99 a month could not log into the app. And this was around 3 p.m. last Saturday. If you're freaking out because you're trying to log into Hulu, maybe it's a sign you need to go outside and appreciate life a little bit. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like, yeah, it's annoying that you're paying a lot of money and the prices keep going up. The prices are going up $2 for Hulu and Disney. I appreciate it, guys. Fuck you. You guys have the money. You're just doing it because you can. I'll fuck you. One more time. I'll fuck you. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If your service goes out, maybe you should go outside and not be a sheep to the streaming services. I'm just saying. What the hell do I know? A lot of times I'm correct, and people are like, I don't want Ryan Hoppe to be correct. Like people ask me for dating advice, and I give them the honest truth, and then they get all mad, and then like a month later, they're like, oh yeah. You were correct. I'm never correct about my own life usually, but anybody else's, hell yeah, I got you, dog. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. We are going to take a break on Hoppe Hour. I'll give you a little bit of a behind-the-scenes thing. My computer, I have so many windows open. I have so much content. I'm bringing so much entertainment to the show that my computer's working a little slow. So I think it's time. We talked for about 20 minutes. Let's play a song. Hoppe
Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
HoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
HoppeRadio. RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
I'm going to do the Star Wars music. Dun, The most overrated movies ever.
Okay, boomer.
856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. I feel like playing a banger right now. I want to get this party going and going and going. Let me see here. I got such a wide selection of music that is unlicensed and I can play. Here is Flippin' That with Nina Sky and Rick Ross. If you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward 4 minutes and 7 seconds. We'll be right back. Hang on.
This is
Rick Ross.
Nina Sky. It's cool and Dre.
And I'm flipping that, flipping that. I'm a renegade in the wrong. I'm a renegade in the wrong with. Yeah, I'm a renegade in the wrong with. Yeah, and I'm flipping that.
Let's get right to it. Your man's locked up, but someone's gotta do it. Oh my. I-95 drives south for the winter. Got a trunk full of birds, they fly south for the winter. Yeah. I ain't tryna get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. Yeah, I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have to put him, and that's the problem. I gotta. Oh. Boy, is it okay for me to pull over the car when I get tired? I try to go with no sleep. Oh boy, I got that work wrapped in tight, coffee grounds to throw off them dogs and police. Oh boy, cause I ain't tryna get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. Yeah, I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have to put him, and that's the problem. I gotta. Oh.
Maserati candy paint for that personal touch. You need a body or a bird, I'm the person to touch. At a party, no searching my persons as such. I got Nina's and both of Nina's purses, they bust. Bill in my dough, they deliver my blow. On no cigarette boats, that's $1 million a float. See, I get it and whip it, sip it and flip it. It ain't just to ship it. I'm a Washington wizard, my soul in a hole. I feel so in control when I'm whipping the mold, smelling like cinnamon rolls. Got the Benz in black, big beamer engaged. You hate on me, no swinging, we swinging them K's. Can't cipher my sounds, Ross beating the street. We got a load on the way, we eating this week. I'ma chill in Manhattan, sit to work in the Bronx. Take a, leave a brick, I be in them blocks.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment been brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. When I tell you that he is the best MMA trainer in all the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. He's got all different types of classes. One for you. For all the info, go to HoppeHourAcademy.com and tell them I sent you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Talking truth all night. Hoppe Hour lit, we smoking on that data fight. Misinformation falling like it's out of sight. Tune in, don't slip. Hoppe keeps it tight. Podcast on fleet, don't get caught sleep. Truth bombs drop, heavy rhythm gotta keep.
AI made this song. Isn't this frightening?
That deep. Hoppe's got the flow that make the weak beep. Hoppe Hour here, bringing all the fire. Mike your head, Ryan taking you higher. Don't miss out, keep it tuned like a wire.
Oh, sure.
Catch that vibe, feel the raw desire.
Got it.
Drilling on the facts, like no time to waste.
AI scares me. They made this. I have a rap song that's coming out next month and I'm paying for it. It was made by humans. And I'm like, yeah, I don't mind paying $1,000. But I totally could have done this for free.
Night pod, keep your ears on lock.
Yeah.
Misinformation.
AI made this. Again, this is frightening. This is Suno.com.
Start, no stop. Podcast life in the zone, never drop. Hoppe Hour here, bringing all the fire. Like your head, Ryan taking you higher.
Got it.
Don't miss out, keep it tuned like a wire. Catch that vibe, feel the raw desire.
Yeah. You could play this in the club. This is better than if I could have asked some listener to make me a song. Unfortunately, computers are taking over.
Podcast on fleet, don't get caught asleep.
Yeah.
Truth bombs drop, heavy rhythm gotta keep.
Sounds like POD in 2001.
Smoking facts that deep.
Yeah.
Hoppe's got the flow that make the weak beep. Hoppe Hour here, bringing all the fire.
Oh, sure.
Like your head, Ryan taking you higher.
Got it.
Don't miss out, keep it tuned like a wire. Catch that vibe, feel the raw desire.
All right, enough of that. AI is getting way too good. Just felt like playing that. I was very proud of that. I didn't really do anything. I just typed in what the show's about, and then they made that.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Zac Efron is responding to reports that he was rushed to a Spanish hospital August 2nd. According to his...
I bet when he went to the Spanish hospital, he's like, no, take me to America. You guys are going to be terrible, but you'll give me free cocaine.
Zac Efron is responding to reports that he was rushed to a Spanish hospital August 2nd. According to his rep to TMZ, the 36-year-old was taken to a medical facility following a, quote, minor swimming incident at a villa on the island of Ibiza in Spain. In his Instagram stories August 4th, Zac responds, writing, quote, happy and healthy, thanks for the well wishes.
While laying on an exercise ball and holding some dumbbells. What a tool.
While sharing a photo of himself lifting a pair of weights while laying shirtless in a pair of swimming trunks.
All right, that's what I said. This video goes on for another 3 minutes. I have that saying. If I'm bored, you're bored. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Now, there is this famous streamer named Aiden Ross, who's like 23, 24. He's pretty talented, but he always seems like he's coked up, like out of his mind. And he interviewed Donald Trump. And like Aiden Ross was freaking out. He was like doing a live stream, and he's talking about Kamala Harris paying guests to come by her rallies. And I'm like, you know, Republicans do that too. Twitter's so nauseating now. Twitter's at this weird point where it's like, all it's showing me is things for the right. And when Elon bought it, he's like, I'm going to be different than Jack Dorsey. Yeah, you're just Republican. Anyway, here is Aiden Ross talking to Donald Trump.
We have running our country. It's a shame. She's ultra left, ultra radical. I just see where 99 vicious terrorists, when she was, I guess, Attorney General, because she was Attorney General in California. She destroyed California. Her policies have destroyed California. Her policies, when she was the district attorney, have destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco was the best city in our country 20 years ago.
Donald Trump, you can say what the hell you want about him. He has really matured since almost dying. There's people out there, I wish he was shot. What the hell's wrong with you? You want a civil war? You don't have to like the guy, but that should not be the way he dies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jelly Bean, 856-49-HOPPY. I just had to play that. I'm wondering when the hell he's going to be president. And if he is president, what that would be like. 856-494-6773. I was just getting a text message. That was very rude of me. But that's what every like boomer radio host does. They're like, I'm getting a text message here. Like, you ever notice, like, whenever there's like a middle-aged boomer, tough guy radio host, that when they're reading text messages on the radio, they're the worst. They're like, let's play Sporkle. Common health condition also makes you more likely to be a narcissist. It says here that people with ADHD are 10 times more likely to suffer from narcissism. That's why every radio host that has ADHD is also a narcissist. Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm Bubba. Because when you have ADHD, all you think about is yourself, like Bubba the Love Sponge. And all those Gen X radio guys. I saw this headline. This is great. So you know Brittany Renner last year, she's like an Instagram model that does like softcore videos. I mean, she might have a sex tape or two out there, but she's hot as hell. And she slept with, she said 36 guys, which is low for an NBA side chick. 36 is the new 8. And in September last year, she went on Shannon Sharp's show where they drink and just talk about sex and whatever, that nightcap show. Not the nightcap show, whatever, the interview show. And Brittany Renner said that her body count was 36, and I went on this very podcast, and I was a little manic, and I talked about that my body count was higher than hers, which I actually was surprised it was only 36. Well, she has now converted to Islam, and she's putting on a new wardrobe. So she always used to show off that tight little body of hers. And now she is in the Islamic outfit, where you don't see any of her body. Which, this is the most religious girl thing that could ever happen. Do you ever notice that a lot of the newly converted religious girls are the ones that slept around a lot in their 20s and they feel bad? Maybe they went through a pregnancy scare or two, or they went through a miscarriage, and they're trying to find a meaning because they feel kind of like a slut. And they're hating on themselves. Saw her recently. I knew this girl that thought she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant the whole time. But now she's like going to church every day. And I'm like, you thought you were pregnant last week. Now you're believing in the man upstairs. Got it. NBA commentator speaks out. I'll get to that one later. I saw this headline here. Charles Barkley signed a 10-year, $210 million deal with TNT. He said he was going to retire this year. Oh, I'm done with TNT. The CEO's the worst, blah, 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 da-da-da, da-da-da. And then he's like, I'm actually going to take $210 million. I mean, it just makes me sad because it's like there's no way Inside the NBA is going to be on Amazon or on Peacock. I was holding out hope that they would join that, but yeah, Charles Barkley kind of reached sellout point. I get you need the $210 million, but don't be so bombastic like you always are, and you're trashing the CEO of Warner, and then when he throws $250 million at you, you're like, yeah. Like, I know money talks, I get it, but I have a little credibility. Making me so sad that Inside the NBA is going to be over. That's like the last non-woke show ever. Crazy. If you're listening in Tampa Bay, you're probably like, what's an Inside an NBA? When I worked in sports radio in Tampa Bay, what an era that was. What I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the fact that 9% of the audience in Tampa Bay wants to hear about the NBA. And I'm not just doing the show for Tampa Bay, but I can imagine my listeners are like, oh my God. It didn't really help the cause when everybody was kneeling for the flag and everybody was freaking out 8 years over that. 8 years ago over that when Colin Kaepernick got official approval from a Marine to do that. But all the racist bigots kind of seem to leave that out. Oh, he's ruining America, not our old creepy laws that every woman must have a kid in a world that's expensive. But no, someone kneeled. They kneeled during the anthem. No way. For a country that doesn't care about me. You're all sheep. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am so beyond sick of the Hawk Tua girl. It's ridiculous. At first, I was like, I want to sleep with that girl. She's beautiful. And then when she goes on every podcast and is getting comedy deals, I'm not jealous because whatever, I'm successful too, but it's like, you're not even funny. You just spit on penis. Congratulations. And I saw a video of her walking with her dad, and her dad just looks like someone who would be proud of his daughter being famous for spitting on penis. He looked like an alcoholic from Tennessee. Oh, wait, that's where they're from. She went on Bill Maher's podcast. Bill Maher seems like he has no game at all. Whenever this dude is interviewing women that aren't 70-year-old liberals, he comes off creepy. All right. Here is Bill Maher talking to the Hawk Tua girl.
Guys, you do it right here on Club Random. Do it my way. Sex expert. And I'll tell you why. Wait. I'll tell you why. Because you need to, I told you were given this chip. You were given the chip of fame. Now you want to trade that in for something that uses that, but takes it to the next level.
She's like, why did I go on this boomer show? Sex expert. Cool. She spits on penis. So do a lot of girls. Congratulations. You're not that interesting.
You have to trade on what you're already known for. It's
not a bad point. I mean, if you did a new Loveline radio show where she talks about sex, I know she's trying to go for the I'm a good girl, even though I'm famous for giving blowjobs type of vibe. But he's actually not giving bad advice. I never watched the content beforehand because I want to watch it for the first time with the audience. But all the women out there that were offended by it, I was like, okay, let me watch the clip.
It's the one thing you're known for. So you could do a podcast for, I don't know if there's anything from somebody that age with that point of view, but it couldn't be frivolous. You have to take it seriously. Could you do that?
Possibly.
And talk about sex, but seriously, serious issues, because there are a lot of really serious issues. I mean, there's one that's related to what made you famous.
Yep.
What?
The fact that no one gives blowjobs anymore?
What am I going to say? You have no idea what I'm going to say.
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I'm kind of nervous.
I'm going to tell you where it's going. You learned that thing about spitting from porn. That's where that came. You did. Maybe not directly, but trust me, the idea of spitting, first of all, it's gross. It's not necessary. It never existed before porn. Do you know that? Do you realize that?
Yeah.
And porn
no, you don't.
Is not benign. It is not. And it has warped the minds of the kids in your...
I mean, he's not wrong. But it's just weird because everybody is like, what's your favorite color? No one's really giving her a hard-hitting question. And I don't even know if she likes it hard. But all the feminists are like, oh my God, he asked her a question about sex. If there's one thing you'll learn about Hoppe Hour, it's the fact that I'll switch up my opinion when I watch the clip. Because I'm watching it and learning it in real time. Because if I would have watched it before, I would have been like, not a big deal. But that's how Hoppe Hour works. You never know what the hell I'm going to do. Yeah. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This show's for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the UK, if you live in the US, if you're listening via a podcast or on the radio at Podcast Radio and our other syndicates. As long as you're listening, that's all that matters. If you're listening on the radio and you want to hear more, go to every single major platform that has a podcast and search up Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Okay, boomer. Ooh, my mic was off. I never sounded better. Get it? I just turned off my mic again. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. If you don't feel like listening to the song, you can skip forward 5 minutes and 6 seconds. But this is one of the most underrated hip-hop songs of all time, made by Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, and Swizzy Beats. You're Welcome, from 2008.
Turn me up a little bit when that music comes in. It gets loud.
Swizzy, yes. Hands up, hands up, hands up, high up, hands up, hands up, hands up, high up. Be very different now. Swizzy, hands up, hands up, hands up, high up, hands up, hands up, hands up, high up. I need everybody to put your hands up. Wave to the side right quick for me. Slow down, hope you kill them. You would think I was on roids. I've been hitting so long, and I'm a big-headed boy. Nah, we ain't on HGH, though I might pick up some weight when I'm running through your state. Nah, we ain't on the clear, we on the runway, you back-to-back legs. This means no more drama, and Barack Obama, rhymes feel honest. I put my life on these tracks. You act like y'all wanna prepare me for the facts. Luckily my therapy is the rap. I just bare my soul, I don't expect nothing back. You all welcome, long as you felt I was gon' get mine. You know where the hell I'm from. I'm from the bottom, so I do this from the diapers. Quick fast, turn the Big Apple into cider. I do this, I'm a writer and a writer. I spew it cause I'm nicer, but I do this for the lifers. I'm a writer and a writer. I spew it cause I'm nicer, but I do it for the lifers. You welcome. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Yeah, everybody get your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up higher. Mary. Slow down. You probably never see again somebody so deadly via the pen. Viva Jovito Padino, muy bien. Big up to Biggie and Pac, I do it for them. Until I reach Khalik, I do it for him. Do it for those who can't do for self, due to the pen. May these bars reach through your bar. And mine, when Mary sing, it heals your heart. Cause solely stands feel you are. Love is a battlefield, we all get scars. I put my heart into this. This is much more than marketed music. The reason I gotta market to do this is people going through pain. I'm just walking them through this. This ain't no marketed music. People going through pain. I'm just talking them through it. Welcome. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Everybody get your hands up. Watch the man hopping out of fans. I ain't only teach you about Evisu. I taught you how to fish and I let other niggas feed you.
For all of y'all, keeping y'all in hell. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. You all are welcome.
box, knock him out the box. Oh, knock him out the box, knock him out the box. Swizzy, knock him out the box, and knock him out the box. Hey, get it up, oh, get it up, hey, get it up, oh, get it up, hey, to the left, oh, to the right, hey, oh. Good night, 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 good night.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by westchaseprinting.com. When I tell you that it's the best printing company in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. When you get the invoice from westchaseprinting.com, you better tell them that you heard about it from Hoppe Hour, and you'll get hooked up with a great deal. Business cards, posters, yard signs, whatever the hell you need printed up. For all the info, westchaseprinting.com. This is also being brought to you by Rich Cayley Master Barbershop. If you live in the Tampa Bay area, you can get the best haircut possible at Rich K Barber, Rich Cayley Master Barbershop. He is at 4545 West Shore Boulevard, or Kennedy Boulevard rather, and that's in Tampa Bay. He is at 4545 Kennedy Boulevard, and that's in Tampa. Go to richkbarber.com and sign up ahead of time, and he'll hook you up with a great haircut.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
If being a man slut was a podcast, it would be Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Poor fellas, sing along. Hoppe Hour here before long. Raise a glass with cheer and song. We toast to times that can't go wrong. Gather round the friends we know. Nights are bright that always glow. Barbershop tune flow so slow. In this joy we are to grow. Hoppe Hour, fun and light, come together every night. Voices blend in pure delight. In this hour just feels right. Cups are full, the smiles wide. Harmony is on our side. Side by side we'll always ride. In this joy we confide. Hoppe Hour, fun and light, come together every night. Voices blend in pure delight. In this hour just feels right. Hoppe Hour, fun and light, come together every night. Voices blend in pure delight. In this hour just feels right. Gather around the friends we know. Nights are bright that always glow. Barbershop tune flows so slow. In this joy we are to grow. Hoppe Hour, fun and light, come together every night. Voices blend in pure delight. In this hour just feels right. In this hour just feels right.
How frightening is this? This is AI, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Come together every night.
Oh, man. Scary, right? I'm afraid.
This hour just feels right. Cups are full, the smiles wide.
All right, that one's not as cool as the rock and roll one, but yeah, AI is doing its thing. I'm very tired. I've been talking for an hour and 37 minutes between the songs as well, altogether. So we're going to still talk, but just pardon me if I'm a little tired. This is overtime. I had overtime and my mom's staying 3 more days because of the hurricane. So I'm giving you overtime of me catching up on all the news.
Happy Hot Topic!
Paraguayan Olympic swimmer Luana Alonso is the latest athlete to be kicked out of the Olympic Village.
Oh, yeah. The Olympic Village seems like very much a popularity contest.
In a statement by Larissa Scherer, the head of the Paraguayan Olympic Committee, to the U.S. Sun, the 20-year-old athlete is being accused of creating a, quote, inappropriate atmosphere.
Oh, she's cute as hell. Mm-hmm. Nice little tight body. And with her award, she like covered her eyes and she's smiling. You know, she's a party girl. You can call me 856-494-6773, baby.
Of creating a, quote, inappropriate atmosphere. Per the outlet, the statement also reads, quote, we thank her for proceeding as instructed, as it was of her own free will that she did not spend the night in the athlete's village.
Who did she sleep with? Bet she brought like a bottle of tequila and was getting naughty.
E! News has reached out to the committee for comment, but has not yet heard back. While it's unclear what type of inappropriate
She is so beautiful.
behavior she's accused of, according to local media reports, Luana spent a night out in Paris and went to Disneyland rather than staying to support teammates after finishing 6th in the 100-meter butterfly heat.
Oh, yeah. So if she's in 6th place, she doesn't care. So they're like, you're not acting like you care at all, and you're just using this as a vacation. You're out of here. Get out of here.
Shortly after the race, Luana announced her retirement from the sport on Instagram. She wrote in her post, quote, it's official. I'm retiring from swimming. Thank you all so much for your support.
She's got a better abs than me. Oh, my God, is she hot. She is hot. I usually don't fawn over women that much, but well, that's a lie. But oh, my God, she's hot.
She adds, quote, sorry, Paraguay. I just have to say thank you. Luana shared an emotional message in a follow-up post, writing, quote, swimming. Thank you for allowing me to dream. You taught me to fight, to try, perseverance, sacrifice, discipline, and many more things.
Oh, whatever. It ain't that deep. You probably were having loud sex and they were freaking out. Speaking of someone that I think has loud sex.
Happy hot topic.
No, not me. Ben Affleck. He's got a midlife crisis going on.
Ben Affleck changing up his hairdo ahead of a big life change.
And you have a great hairdresser, you can do anything.
He looks like a tool. Like, he looks like he's always in just such pain. I think it's because he's an alcoholic, but this new haircut is not a good look. By the way, I love the movie Paycheck.
As the actor and his estranged wife, Jennifer Lopez, are headed for a split. The source tells ET why they are waiting to announce.
Why?
Yeah, I've always, for better or for worse, have followed my heart.
Yeah, probably more for worse. What a fake annoying laugh. If she wasn't hot, you'd think she's a sociopath.
And my instincts, and this is where it brought me to.
That's Ben arriving to his LA office without his wedding ring, rocking a buzzed faux hawk.
Midlife crisis alert.
Trading in his usual longer locks for something shorter for summer.
You know what that is? When you go through a breakup, and you go through a bad breakup, not like a half-ass breakup. When you go through a heartbreaking, soul-crushing breakup, you want to change everything. You change the apartment, you change your hairdo. You're a whole new person. So that's probably what he's doing. I don't think it's a midlife crisis. He looks at his old haircut, and he's like, I look kind of shaggy and kind of fat. I was in a relationship. I got to look better.
I'm increasingly relying on my hair for the performance as I get older.
I kind of like Ben.
You know what? Why not just lean into the guap?
I'm sure he's a lot of trouble, but I bet every girl that dates Ben Affleck is like, I can fix him.
TBD if the new do is for a film, but what we do know is Bennifer 2.0 is headed for Splitsville.
All right. There's 4 more minutes on his hair. A news day. Also, this is going on right here on Hoppe Hour.
Happy hot topic.
We try to work together as much as we can, and the goal is to do stuff in all different capacities.
What is the chance that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have actually hooked up? They are so close, and they are in Hollyweird. That's my name of Hollywood.
Your time has come, man.
Yep, the BFFs are reportedly working on Killing Gawker, a drama about Hulk Hogan's sex tape scandal.
I wonder who's going to play Bubba the Love Sponge. Just get a fat slob and you're good.
All my Hulkamaniacs, they're going to feel it too.
Yeah.
Back in 2016, Hogan won $140 million against Gawker Media.
What a weird sex tape that was. He's like laying on the bed and Bubba's like, I'm going to be in the other room. That's not a good Bubba the Love Sponge. 1, 2, 3. I'll be in another room, okay? Do your thing. Man, I can't do it when I'm trying to quote him. Bubba the Love Sponge. I'll be in the other room. You guys can have sex, okay? And I know you're going to say on the video camera that you just had a lot of ribs and you have a stomach ache. That's the best part of the tape. I don't feel so good. And I've met Heather. She's a delightful woman. Bubba, not so much. I tweeted out at Bubba in May or April. I was like, nobody's better at living in the past than Bubba the Love Sponge. And I sent him a DM in November because I was unemployed. And I was like, are you hiring? And then he replied and he's like, this you, kid? And I'm like, yeah, I was tweeting to get your attention. Thank you. And he blocked me. Good old Bubba the Love Sponge.
After the website published the personal video of the wrestler. Word is, the boys will reunite with their Good Will Hunting director, Gus Van Sant.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a real good movie then.
Ben will reportedly play the WWE star, which could explain that new faux hawk.
Oh, well, that explains it. That's why he got the haircut.
Today, the 51-year-old was all smiles, arriving to his LA office amid rumors he and Jennifer Lopez are...
All right, so now the movie or the video is just going to tell us about their breakup. I don't care. This next headline, what you reap is what you sow.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
To Simone, I am asking you directly and publicly to please put a stop to this.
You're the one that began it, bitch.
We've been hurt and attacked in ways that I am certain you never intended.
You're the one that began it, Michaela Skinner. You're the one that attacked the gymnastics team and then you couldn't take the heat. That's what it's like when you're a dirty, rotten bitch.
Michaela Skinner in tears as she addresses Simone Biles.
She's not in tears. She's barely crying. She's a sociopath. She's a hot blonde. She's got that hot blonde syndrome.
Never intended.
Michaela Skinner in tears as she addresses Simone Biles directly on Instagram.
Yeah.
Waving a white flag amid their apparent feud over Michaela's comments about Team USA.
Obviously, a lot of girls don't work as hard. The girl.
Yeah, you sound pretty confident there. You're not just sorry 2 days later. You're sorry because you're getting trolled by her fans. I bet Simone Biles fans are similar to like Beyonce fans. Annoying.
USA.
Obviously, a lot of girls don't work as hard. The girls just don't have the work ethic. I take 100% responsibility for poorly articulating the point I was trying to make.
The Olympic Games is an amazing experience. So
I will say Simone Biles is kind of pretentious. Like she's got that vibe that she cares way too much about what people think of her. And she always has to clap back at the haters. You made fun of my hair. Who cares? You're an Olympian. They're all fat slobs.
Couldn't be prouder.
Simone's golden clapback at the time. This photo of her and her teammates with the caption, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champion.
That's that bratty thing, man. I know she's Gen Z, like she's a zillennial. Because when you're born between 93 to 97, you're a zillennial. I know demographics very well. She cares too much, man. That was just a bratty post. Just take your fucking award and shut up.
Simone's latest post and others that followed it.
I couldn't take it. I didn't expect her to respond. I'm such a dumb bitch of a blonde. I make all blondes look bad.
Fueled another wave of hateful comments.
You deserve it. You reap what you sow. I've dealt with morning radio hosts that will like rip into other people, but then when someone rips into them,
DMs, watching people cheer on the bullying, which has led to threats of physical harm to.
Well, that's what you reap, man.
Me, my husband, and
he's probably pissed as hell. He's also probably whipped.
Our daughter is disgusting. If Simone truly believes that I called our team lazy and lacking talent.
That's what you did. You said that, you dummy.
And if that's really how she feels, I am.
That's that narcissistic thing where they know they're caught. So they go, if that's what you think I did, that is what you did. Narcissist.
Really heartbroken over it.
Michaela's emotional apology comes just days after she tried to clarify her comments.
And I feel like a lot of you guys had misinterpreted or misunderstood exactly what I was meaning or had...
No, it's pretty clear what you said. Dumb bitch.
Said... I followed up with a written apology and I sent...
Well, why are you writing an apology if we misunderstood what you said? I guess we misunderstood it. Oh, you're just talking a bunch of nonsense because you got caught like a rat in an alley in New York City. I just painted a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we misunderstood what you said, you wouldn't have to say sorry because we misunderstood it. Shut the fuck up.
Individual messages to each of the women on the team.
Hey, she sends a DM. Hey, sorry about what I said. Can you guys get your fans to back off? I'm jealous that I'm not on a team.
Only Simone had responded, and she told me that she was proud of me.
But at the end of the day, it is crazy that I am in the conversation of greatest of all athletes, because I just still think I'm Simone Biles from Spring, Texas that loves.
That's kind of a humble response.
Flip.
It's worth noting Michaela and Simone never competed side by side at the Olympics.
Whatever. Simone Biles has that thing where it's just like, I don't know what the context was, what they asked, if they're saying, are you the greatest of all time? But that GOAT word gets used all the time. And to like tell us that you might be one of the greatest of all time. There's a saying, I worked at a conservative company and I didn't agree with anything they said, but my boss used to say, if you're as big and bad as you say you are, you don't have to tell people. And that's pretty true. The rest of their conservative views, not so much.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Okay, boomer. Alrighty. If you don't feel like listening to this song, you can skip forward 4 minutes and 55 seconds. But here is Bionic by Defari.
Lock shit down. 6 million's what it cost them to put back together that cat Steve Austin. Now the far right is bionic. Over 6 million tracks with 10 million topics. I'm fiber optic, crystal clear with my projection. Whack MCs get clothesline when they walk across my intersection. They need protection, some guidance, some right direction. A job center with applications for a new profession. Never set for nothing less. I blaze contest and set shop for paydays. In strange ways, life twist and turn. Word to gangstar. In this business, Skrilla hard to earn. I format attack, new knack technique. Speak with a passion on wax and tape and CD. Mad niggas front for paper and switch like a bitch, in and out like a crossfader. All I know is how to rock shit. They say the hotter the MC, the hotter the spike. Lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. See, I got books of lyrics on deck like Tash. Pocket full of cash, ready to bounce, roll and splash. C2 and hash, pro tour in the masters. Grab the mic, flex my wrist and hit like Sampras. Handle this, make you believe like an evangelist that real MCs are coming to reclaim Los Angeles. And hence I stand a chance to finally get my time to shine in the Golden State, like Spreewell after halftime. This beat is hot, it make me lock like astronaut. Make K. set that shit for my peoples when we blow spots. Pause. Freeze, my steez rose like E's, V12 trees and 7 C's. If you didn't know, champ, the far right hey rules of lowlands, brother, from the liquid camp. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. MCs get damaged like civilized to savage. Sharp lyrics cut deep wounds, these niggas need bandages. They can't handle this Los Angeles relentless pressure. Full court, measure for measure. I'm like Pacino, a game plan Gambino. Every verse starts with defense first, like a casino. Every minute, every hour, I use brain power. For Mr. Space Shuttle Challenger, I devour. I tower like Eiffel, bust all verses like rifles. Bust all bullets through flesh, unless you're wearing a vest. And even then I still enter the human form of a splinter. The summer, fall, spring, and winter. Liquid crew member, champion contender. Holy like the month of December. The rhyme prototype. Lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right.
Got a few minutes left here. Ex-Apple employee warns about updating new iOS if you have an old phone. I'll just say it right now. You don't need to update your phone. It just kills the phone faster. And those iPhones are not built like they used to be. Telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Keke Palmer's mom. I'm just doing a little quick round here. I'm trying to get out of here. I've been talking for about 2 hours. Keke Palmer's mom says Dan Schneider's sets were weird, cult-like. Doesn't really surprise me. I love how everybody's got a Dan Schneider story now. Must have been everybody was afraid to speak out before. All right.
I honestly do remember you having a lot
What's going on?
to say about the Dan Schneider sets. I remember you feeling a way about Nickelodeon and how they kind of, I obviously, no shade, no tea, but I do want to hear what you have to say because, yeah, go ahead.
My honest opinion is I thought the whole atmosphere of the Dan Schneider set was very weird. It was very cultish. The parents were very secretive. And I honestly thought they all took themselves way too seriously. The whole conversation was, oh my God, what's happening next? Did you hear? They're going to cancel this show. What's coming next? It was all
Oh my goodness, she's a smart woman, but she is loud.
always so frantic about what was being canceled. And I always looked at you at being Nickelodeon as just a stopping station. When
Yeah, that's how I view a lot of morning radio.
I saw the Drake story, it just broke my heart because I could see how his parents got trapped. I could see the group.
Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want, but that's probably why Drake's a pedophile.
Parents got trapped. I could see the grooming that went on.
Now, wait a minute. Let's stop at that point because I think that's a big thing that people are talking about because a lot of the, people don't know this experience.
Right.
And I want to be clear, that's not every child's experience.
No, it's not.
It's horrible. And we hear a lot of
Most of them, let's be honest here.
these horror stories with
They're just trying to avoid a lawsuit.
entertainers. But I would tell you, my horror stories in my life as a child entertainer, they weren't in the form of that by the grace of God. I didn't.
Whatever. 856-49-HOPPY. Eric Trump says that he would happily deport Prince Harry and Meghan back to the UK. That would be like a game of tug and war, only they would be like, let's just leave them in the pond. I was proud of that joke. Can you imagine if we deported them back? Oh, that'd be awesome. I can't stand Prince Harry. Like, I used to kind of side with him because of like all his mental health problems, because I have mental health problems. But ditching your family like that, you're a real scumbag. Like a real scumbag. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. I'm just waiting for this clip to load of Eric Trump discussing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Do. I'm just doing a do because I'm an hour and 57 minutes in. Do. Here we go.
What I can tell you is my father had so much respect for the Queen, as did I. My mom knew so many of them for years. I think you probably...
Kind of sounds like Beavis, or I mean Butthead. Maybe him and Donald Jr. should do that for Halloween, because they really are real-life Beavis and Butthead.
That had a great relationship with Diana and everyone else, and that's a very sacred kind of institution, and you can happily have those two back. We'll happily send them back from America. You can have them back over here, but I'm not sure if you guys want them any more than we might not want them anymore. They feel like they're on a little bit of an island of their own, but...
We should send you guys over. You're annoying as hell.
Listen, you can always have bad actors in anything. You can always have spoiled apples in every orchard, but...
What about your dad saying all the time in the past that he wanted to essentially have sex with his daughter being your sister, and him hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein 30 years ago at a party and bringing Donald Jr. and Ivanka? What do you think about that, bad apple?
But the institution of the royal family is beautiful, and
no, it's not.
It's something that's really actually admired by a lot of Americans.
No, it's not. It's admired by you because you guys are rich elitists. See, people that go, oh, you ripping the Kamala too much. I love saying her name wrong. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, I think we do not use the death penalty enough. I don't even know if we use it. But I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the fact that we're not putting to death the people from 9/11, it's insane. They literally took 2,000 lives, but let's give them, rights. And let's treat them like humans. No, they're animals. All right. I have this clip right here. This is a victim of 9/11. He is Brian Eagleson, the president of 9/11 Justice. He wants to see the Al-Qaeda terrorists to die. Here's the clip. Mm-hmm.
As far as if these guys are put to death or not, do you have an opinion on that?
That's a tough question. It's a tough one for me to answer, quite honestly, because I don't know what their true intent is. If I want the opposite of whatever they want, if they're enjoying life in their prison cell and it's comfortable for them and they get, a lot of FaceTime with their family and they get certain, meals that they like, then I think that they shouldn't enjoy that and they should be put to death. But if they want to be a martyr and if they want to die in the name of their cause, then we should keep them alive and let them rot in a jail cell. So I wish I knew more information because I'd be better positioned to answer that question, but I don't know what their true intentions are. It certainly seems like they want to live, just based on the fact that they've been trying to negotiate these plea deals. But I also think that the United States government doesn't want to hear what they have to say. So I think that that's kind of why we're seeing a big push towards having a plea deal happen, which avoids a public trial.
I have the perfect solution for you. They caused the most frightening thing of the 2000s decade, and the fact that George Bush was elected 2 times, and caused a war that we should not have been in. But I'm telling you, we have become desensitized to 9/11. We did not do proper training and teaching of the next generation about that cause. It was the most frightening thing, in a way equal to COVID. And if you would have told us in 2001 that we'd be making plea deals with them, we'd be out of our mind. These 2 sound effects perfectly solve how this should go down. Bye, bitch. Eye for an eye. You literally changed the world forever and ruined the airport experience as well, for a lesser extent of that being the problem. Remember when airports were fun in the 90s? I was born in 93, so that's as far as I go, but we're way too nice to them. Yeah, that's how they should die, or the electric chair. Yeah, put him right there. Die, bitch.
Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Hoppe Hour is now